What's going on, guys? TBF Gaming here with a quick video on Marvel Heroes Omega. Hey, we've been playing this for a little bit and we kind of realized it's a little daunting when you first get to Avengers Tower, so we just want to quickly explain a couple things in here. A few people that were asking me were kind of lost on it. It's not too bad. First of all, when you first enter here, your first thing you're going to see is, you're coming in from the ship area and there's a few characters you can talk to, but you're going to see the Waypoint. This is pretty useful because you can actually go to different points in the story that you've already played before, and you can actually, the ones you've already beaten, you can actually warp to that location. So you can see that we left off in the abandoned subway, so we can actually warp to that spot again. Alright, so that just kind of helps you get back to locations that you've already been to, or if you want to go replay certain things, you can go replay those different levels or missions. Alright, the next thing, we're not going to go real in depth in this, but a lot of people are not really sure what to do with the vendors. So the vendors, you got 4 of them up here on the main pedestal up here. The first one's your quartermaster. This is basically the one that you sell a bunch of stuff to. And when you go in here, you obviously see that you can buy certain things from them. You can sell. You can buy back if you accidentally sell something you didn't want to or something like that. You can see I've sold a few things here. You can also donate. Donating is really important. Donating actually levels up the vendor or your relationship with the vendor, one of the two. So it actually allows you to get better things from them. So definitely early on, start donating, especially to the quartermaster. I think that's the one that I leveled up the fastest when I was playing on the PC version. So donating to these vendors, basically you give away whatever item you have, you donate it, and then it'll slowly level them up. So you see up where his name is up on the top left side, John Warner level 1. You basically donate this and it gives you a little bit of XP. So you can see where it says level 1, he now has 249 out of 3,500 XP, so you can start to level him up. Doesn't take too long. By the time you get a maxed out character, you could probably get close to maxing this guy out as well. So, and that'll just allow you to get some better stuff through him. The next thing that we have over here, let's see, we got three more up here. We got the engineer. The engineer's got some pretty cool things in here. The different research materials, stuff like that. So the big deal about the engineer is he can actually transform some of your materials into like the next tier of the material. They can do material crafting recipes. They can do different things to different artifacts, and then they can actually craft accessories too, if I remember right. And then of course you can donate to this one too. A couple of the tutorials that I've read online say that if you don't donate to the quartermaster, that you might want to donate to the engineer first and start leveling that one up pretty high. All right. Next two we have down here, we got the scientist. I think on the PC version it was called something different. Honestly, I can't remember, but I know it wasn't this. It was like an enchanter or something like that, and they basically can do different enhancements. So if you go in there, you can see that they actually have enhancements that you're going to add to other items. All right, so it's pretty useful. I honestly haven't played with this one a lot in the PC version or here on the console. So, but they can put basically just different enhancements on different items that you have. All right, and then last one up here, you have your research and development. This one you can't donate to, so this one, once again, we haven't really played a lot with, but basically, I think the tutorial that I read basically calls her an analyst. Basically, just kind of takes research materials and then helps grant XP to the other crafters, I think. So, I'm not exactly sure how to use this one yet. This will be one that I'll have to play with a little bit more and kind of figure out exactly what we use them for. You also have a couple other people over here that I haven't really looked at a lot yet. Over on the right, you have your legendary item vendor. That's just like it sounds, the actual legendary items. You're not going to really be able to afford these until later on you start actually leveling up and getting a few things going. This one right here, the essence exchange vendor. This one has some really cool things. Once you start actually gaining some essence, which you have to check out a tutorial how to get that. Get some essence, you can actually get some pretty cool costumes and some other things like that. You see they have some really cool costumes for sale here, like the Deadpool, Hawkeye, all kinds of different things like that. Over on this side, you have the Relic exchange vendor, where you can trade stuff. But the main ones you're going to be playing with is probably the quartermaster or the engineer. But I would definitely say, in my opinion, definitely donate to the quartermaster first and get them leveled up as quick as possible so you can get better items through them, and then you can take those items and actually go play around with the research and development analyst. So that's it. Just wanted to do a quick tutorial on this. A couple people were asking me how to what to actually do in Avengers Tower. This is a very loot-driven game, and they've got all the vendors involved here to kind of help you get some of the items, or just when you go out and you get a bunch of items that are dropped by enemies, you come back here, you sell them. So it's not something you have to get into in the early parts of the game. In fact, I wouldn't really worry about crafting too much until you get much higher level, but definitely like every few levels, every few missions, come back here, sell a bunch of your stuff, go over to the donate tab, and actually donate as much of the things that you can, you know, just to kind of help start leveling these up. So we'll give up a medallion, give us a little more XP there. There's also storage available, so when you start getting quite a few things that you don't want to get rid of, or you get drops for other characters that you're not necessarily playing with right now, you can pretty much go over to this storage and then start storing them. There's a certain amount of storage available. In the PC, you had to buy more storage. I'm not sure how it works here on the console just yet, but it looks like 1,450 storage expansion slots available. But you do have to buy them. So looks like you start with 50 slots to start with, and then you work from there. So you can put things that you don't want to get rid of over here in the storage, and either save them for later, or like if you haven't got to the appropriate level for it, or if you have something for another character that you want to mess with later, you can put it over here in the storage. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. This is TBF Gaming with a quick video on Marvel Heroes Omega for the Xbox One. If you could, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.